Alright guys, welcome back to the Nortex Mining YouTube channel. In my last video, I went over how much HNT I've been mining per month. And I wanted to do another video here to kind of show you guys what the DIY flagpole build that I did looks like. So here between December and January, this is basically about a 50% increase in earnings. I went from 8.6 in December to about 12.4 in January, going from inside first story single family house up outside on the 20-foot flagpole. And then January, obviously, that was about a 12.4 helium tokens for this month. Here on for this Heltec is actually the one I'm going to show you. I put in the flagpole December 20th. So this did a ton of work at the end of December, the last 10 days of December, and then in January did a full 12. So both of these are kind of right now in the 0.3 to 0.4 per day in terms of HNT. So these are the top two performers, and no coincidence, they're both on these 20-foot flagpoles I have. I mean, they were previously in single story homes, and now they're up over obstructions. So I want to show you guys what that looks like and what the parts list obviously looks like. So here we go. Again, this is a low budget DIY build. Basically just got the outdoor enclosure from Amazon. I needed to buy a step drill bit to drill these holes, one for the Ethernet cable. I've got the PoE Splitter here. And then that powers the Heltec and gets Ethernet internet to it. Then I've got my LMR 400 running up from here all the way up to a very reasonable 5 dBi Alfa antenna from Rockland. A lot of the antennas you'll see out there are they can get pretty expensive. I mean, you can probably spend up to $150 on an antenna from H Antenna. This is, like I said, my lowest budget build to try and get this thing up high and outside. Just again, humble beginnings here, but this is what I wanted to try out first. The gallon from Home Depot and the 50-pound bag of cement, $5. That's all it took. This flagpole here is from Harbor Freight. So they have a 20-foot telescoping flagpole for $65. Here's the full list. We've got the Heltec miner that I was able to grab that for $550. Now it was about four something for the miner. Then shipping, PayPal fees, and import taxes, all of that added up to an actual cost of about $550. This Alfa 5 dBi antenna can be had for $23 from Rockland. I'm going to be doing a separate video on antennas, but again, this is a budget-friendly antenna, and it absolutely works. I mean, I've gotten really great results with this antenna. The LMR 400 obviously is going to be a big part of the cost. You definitely do want to put a lightning arrestor and grounding. So I have about 25 feet worth of ground wire in here. I have a grounding rod also that's a little 4-footer. I don't think that's in the picture that I showed, but that's going to be a necessity. You need the injector and the splitter. The injector goes inside right next to your router, and so you plug in the injector to power, and then you run an Ethernet cable from your router to the injector, and then from the injector to that outdoor enclosure is a 100-foot Ethernet cable. Here's what I used. I like the flat ones. They can go under windows, under door frame kind of thing. So you can still close the doors, close the windows, lock everything properly. But that Ethernet cable is getting through. I didn't want to drill holes in people's walls. I didn't want to drill holes in people's roofs or anything like that. So my solution was this flat Ethernet cable. The outdoor enclosure is running about $38 right now on Amazon. The waterproof glands, again, these things that are here that seal up the connection for the cable to go through. They sell these in a set for about 15. The PG values, I believe, will be in the description below so that you know which one you need for the Ethernet cable and which one you need for the LMR 400. The step drill bit, a little pricey. This was the only way that I found I could do it. If you have a better way, definitely let me know in the comments. But as far as a drill goes, definitely just borrow one from a neighbor, from a friend, somebody that you know has a drill. You just borrow the drill and you can buy the bit if you need. The bucket and cement is $10. Waterproof tape to seal the connection between the antenna and the lightning arrestor, and the lightning arrestor and the cable. You'll need some of that waterproof silicone tape for that. Rockland also has that electrical tape. So all in, you're right at about $900 ish, depending on how much you can get this miner for, right? So this is about as budget friendly as I've been able to get for such a great setup. Now, obviously, you don't need to buy some of these things twice. If you have another miner and you just need the antenna, cable, arrestor, injector, splitter, Ethernet cable, enclosure, you would need another flagpole, you would need another ground wire, grounding rod. But the set comes with, I believe, 4. So you can do 4 enclosures worth for $15. The drill bit, obviously, you just need to buy that once. You'll have enough tape to do probably, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 different setups with just these 1 rolls of tape. So you should be good. You'd gain a little bit of efficiency on the second one, but still, you're still going to be right at, what is this? Right at about $1,800, about $900 per, these low budget DIY build setups for these flagpoles. So still a pretty hefty investment, but if I could go back and do it again, this is definitely what I would do from the beginning. Not financial advice, obviously, not mining advice or whatever. Do your own due diligence and research. But I've had the most success with these 2 setups. Like I said, being able to mine 12 HNT tokens in January. The only other time I was able to mine over 12 was this sense cap here that was booming in October, in a suburban area. September back here with this sense cap, also kind of a suburban area. Things started to pick up. I got a new antenna. And again, I'm indoor 5th floor on this one. This one is in an upstairs attic setup, but I mean, here in January, really, this is how I've been able to have some success. Both of these are witnessing, let's see, 32 for the Heltec and 40 for the Bobcat. So if you have a pretty decent area, these aren't saturated, metroplexes either. These are located in smaller cities and can get about 30 to 40 witnesses. This is kind of what you can expect here. Again, not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. And if I was to set up a similar one, I would probably expect similar results with the 30 to 40 witness range. Again, smaller cities, smaller towns, nothing is oversaturated. The vast majority of the hotspots that I'm witnessing with my top earners all have 1.0 transmit scales. So that's that. I've put together the parts list and all the links. Obviously, feel free to switch out, an antenna if you've got a nicer antenna that you want to go with. Feel free to. But this is for the Heltec build. The splitter depends on which miner you have. So different miners have different power and current requirements. So if you're using a different miner, definitely make sure you have the right splitter for what you need. Everything else is pretty standard, right? I mean, the flagpole, the enclosure, the Ethernet cable. Yeah, I'll have all these links in the description below. There is a coupon code for Rockland for 5% off, so that'll be in the description as well. And yeah, if you like this video and want to see some similar content, definitely hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned in. I'll have some more similar videos coming out. I do have an extra one of these Alfa 5 dBi antennas that I'll probably show here in a second, so I can just show you guys what that looks like. Looks really similar to the People's antenna. I imagine they have the same manufacturer, but probably some different tuning. But I'll go ahead and let me just show this guy. Let's go over and see that, and then I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, just wanted to show you guys quickly here this Alfa antenna that I've had success with from Rockland. This is about how big it is. This is relative to the Sense Cap stock. So right about the same size, maybe a little bit shorter. Here's your Freedom Fi stock antenna. So there's that size comparison, and then you've got the Bobcat stock. So again, kind of small form factor, but really a decent antenna if you can get it up and over obstructions. And you can see it's got an N male connector. And so you would need an LMR 400 with an N female connection. And so that just basically goes on there like that, and you just hand tighten it. If you're going to be putting this outside, you're definitely going to want to have a lightning arrestor between these two, right? So that's this end, and then the other end will have the RP SMA male end to go to your miner. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys quickly the potential advantages of this guy and a quick size comparison for you. All right, so we're back here. Just wanted to quickly show you guys the specs for this Alfa 5 dBi outdoor antenna. Again, very budget friendly. Every bit counts now that it's getting tougher to mine more coins with the setups that we do have. So this one, it's got a pretty narrow band between the 902 and 928 frequency. VSWR is acceptable at this 2.0 range. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of a small little antenna, but it can get the job done if you need it to. If you have this thing really high up, I do think it's a great option. Obviously, do your own research and try and get as much info as you can. But for me personally, in my experience, sharing that with you guys. This has been a pretty decent antenna without breaking the bank. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.